Good morning, guys. Genesis 4 1 through 9. Now, Adam knew Eve, his wife, meaning he got to know her, if you know what I mean. And she conceived and bore Cain, saying, I have gotten a man with the help of the Lord. And again she bore his brother Abel. Now, Abel was a keeper of sheep, and Cain, worker of the ground. In the course of time, Cain brought to the Lord an offering of the fruit of the ground, and Abel also brought of the firstborn of his flock and of their fat portions. And the Lord had regard for Abel and his offering, but for Cain and his offering he had no regard. So Cain was very angry, and his face fell. But the Lord said to Cain, Why are you angry, and why is your face fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not well, sin is crouching at the door. Its desire is contrary to you, but you must rule over it. All right, so first of all, it's funny going over these texts because you've heard commentary on them a million different ways, a million different things that we could draw from it. But I think one of the basic things that we look at this as Christians is we try to make sense of it like, okay, well, why would God have regard, since it doesn't tell us, why would he have regard for Abel's offering but not for Cain's? Like, why? And it doesn't tell us, so we have to make some assumptions here based off what we know, based off God from the rest of the text. And God is all about the faith that we show and the faith in the things we do, right? Everything comes down to faith. And when you look at Abel's offering, Cain gives fruit of the ground, great. Abel brought the firstborn of the flock and their fat portions. So he brought the good stuff. He brought the firstborn and the fat portions, which would have been the best part, right? So he's not just giving God a piece, he's giving God, the most treasured piece, right? And so we make an assumption that Abel is giving his best, and he's really showing faith in Christ or in God, and Cain isn't, right? And so what does that mean for us? It means when we serve God, when we give offering, when anything we do, we're giving God our best, right? When we serve, we're giving God our best. When we live our life, God's not just a piece of our life, but we're trying to give our best. In this, like the great example is giving, right? Because when we give to the offering or whatever, it's not just giving a piece because we're supposed to give a piece. We're gonna give a piece and say, God, I know this is a lot of money. I know makes it harder on my life, but I trust that you're the one that provides for me, right? So what happens? God says, why are you angry? Why is your face fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not well, sin is crouching at the door. Its desire is contrary to you, but you must rule over it. So Cain still has the opportunity to do the right thing. He's still got the opportunity to redeem himself and live appropriately, right? Like, no matter what we've done, no matter how much of a lack of faith we've shown to this point, we can still turn from that. We can still do the right thing. We can still put our faith in Christ wherever you're at. And then, of course, he's giving the warning to sin crouching at the door. It's contrary to us, but we must rule over it, and I think that still applies to us today. And then it says, Cain spoke to Abel, his brother, and when they were in the field, Cain rose up against his brother Abel and killed him. Then the Lord said to God, where is Abel, your brother? He said, I do not know, am I my brother's keeper? So he's lying to God, and he's showing no remorse, right? And I think that's kind of what this story is about, is where Cain's heart is at, right? Yes, obviously his heart had to be pretty cold to kill his brother because he was jealous or upset. But even in the aftermath, when God has told him basically that he can still do the right thing, like it's not too late, he doubles down in his sin. He makes it worse, and shows that there's no remorse in him, right? So wherever you're at today, we have the ability to show remorse for our sin. When we're not giving everything to God, we can still say, hey, okay, to this point, I've really not been living my life completely for Christ, but it's not too late. Like, I still have that opportunity to do that. Or You can double down in your sin. You can double down in your selfless lifestyle and just make life all about you.